Alright, it's time for another Nocturne game. It's the other game that lost a vote to Jax yesterday. Let's check one. And it's Feral Flare time. Everybody loves that item. And I actually will go out and say that Nocturne is probably the best Feral Flare jungler in the game right now. Anyways, I have linked an article to a new Reign of Gaming, article, down there in the description. Go check it out and read it. It's pretty much all about Feral Flare and Feral Flare junglers. Nocturne is right there, so if you want a little bit more information on them. The article is mostly just talking about some of the strengths of each Feral Flare jungler, or at least the 5 biggest beneficiaries of some kind, and an opinion about them. It's a simple article. Anyways, here, you guys already saw this part. I knew Lee Sin was going to invade, because that's what Lee Sin do if they start on red. And thus, I put a ward there to see him coming, and he really should have just flashed my fear, because now I'm able to get one free hit in, apply red, and he pretty much gets himself killed. That's basic jungle knowledge. I know he'd want to invade me. The one who would win the fight between Nocturne and Lee Sin is the one who gets the first combo off. If I were to screw up my fear, he might win. If he misses his Q, he'll definitely die. If I shield his Q or his E, I'll murder his ass. So that's why I didn't even level up either my W or my E. If he was going to try to fight me, I'd want to use my W on his E. Because fuck that thing. It will cripple me in the fight. Anyways, as far as runes and masteries go, it's attack damage red, armor yellow, magic resistance blue scaling, and attack speed quints. That seems to be the new combination you'd want to take, especially on Feral Flare junglers. Unless they have attack animation resets like Trundle's Q, you want to have some attack speed in your quints. And masteries are 2190. Obviously going pure offense in this one. If my team seems to lose, because we don't really have a front line, I will go more tanky. Oh yeah, Lily has a clairvoyance for some reason. It doesn't really come into play or do anything, so she might as well have been better off with heal or barrier or something. Because she's gonna come up. It's gonna come up that she's gonna need it a few times. As you can see, I only got 1 kill, and that was on the Lee Sin. And I've been farming mostly. And I don't know why the fuck Caitlyn decided to do this, but it became like the easiest goddamn kill in the game. I have no idea. Blue is up, and I take it for myself because Ziggs just happens to be got triple teamed. It's like yesterday I was talking about that Shyvana porn, triple team. Well, now it's a Ziggs one. But anyways, I digress. The enemy jungler in this game wasn't exactly the brightest, or the enemy team were constantly overestimating their damage potential. They jump me, I don't use my, well, I guess I do use my shield properly, and then Ziggs shows up right in time, and we pretty much annihilate them. But I'm afraid of spears because I'm so low, and I didn't want to, continue chasing. Lee Sin goes in on Ziggs and does that whole insect crap. They do get Ziggs killed, but, Lee Sin sacrifices his life to do so. Nonetheless, Blitzcrank tries to jump me for some goddamn reason and dies as well. Okay, so I already mentioned it in the Jax video, but I mentioned it here too and in the article. You can see that I'm going to be building towards a Blade of the Ruined King. I think Feral Flare is a balanced item. I mean, it's a little bit overtuned, but the idea behind it is balanced. You guys all saw LCS already. In competitive, Feral Flare is not a problem. Like, they will not farm it so quickly because they have to actually do things to help their laners. Tower dive or whatever. And some Feral Flare junglers actually lost to the Spirit line. You mostly saw Xin Zhao and Nocturne, and I think you saw one other Feral Flare jungler, Lee Sin. Yeah, they lost too. It's just, the whole idea is that you still need some goddamn utility. That's why I don't think you'll see Lee Sin in competitive. He's pretty goddamn useless, quote unquote, in what he contributes to the team. He's just pure damage and, I guess, split push potential. But other characters like Nocturne have, you've been seeing me. I'm exerting global pressure. I'm taking advantage of ganks and actually looking to murder people. Yet I'm also still farming like a beast. That's why Nocturne is probably rank 1 Feral Flare jungler right now. But as I was saying, I think Feral Flare is, the idea behind it is relatively balanced. It's a massive problem in solo queue, sure. So that's why Riot hasn't just gone and hotfix a damn thing. It's because it's that fine line. Do you nerf something because solo queue has trouble with it, or do you keep it like as it is now because competitive doesn't mind it? What was I saying? In a tournament game, they didn't get a chance to farm it. They had to contribute, so you didn't see any like Nocturnes just go up and tear people to pieces. I think the biggest problem with Feral Flare in solo queue is it's not just Feral Flare on its own. It's Blade of the Ruined King. Combine Feral Flare with another lifesteal item, which is often Blade of the Ruined King, and holy crap, are you unkillable for a little while, at least if you're dealing damage, and are you tearing people to shreds. Here I completely screw up my combo. I don't use my fear early enough. I'm like, whoa, I fucked that up. Though I don't think I would have managed to kill her anyways. We get a what's it called? Well, whatever. We got a second kill anyways from the Lee Sin. Or the only kill, but we get a kill anyways. Constellation Prize, is that what it's called? Because I think it's the stars. Anyways, I'm losing track of thought. This Tryndamere, as you can see, is also jungle. Wait, no, is he a jungle? Who the fuck is a jungle? Oh, it's Lee Sin. Yeah, he's the one star. No, there's another game I'm going to upload where Tryndamere is a jungle, and he gets his Feral Flare at about 11 minutes. But he also was getting killed, and his lane mates were getting sodomized. The only reason they were able to hold out is because Tryndamere came back out of the jungle in time with a Feral Flare and the components still play the Rune King and tore my teammates apart and got himself a triple kill. And then he was able to snowball, though he ultimately lost anyways. But yeah, as I'm saying, I think the combination of Feral Flare and Blade of the Rune King is the bigger issue. I don't exactly think Feral Flare on its own is that big of a deal. I mean, if you look at Master Yi, everyone's like, "Oh my God, Master Yi is so powerful, he's killing everybody." He kind of always did that if you let him. I mean, now he does it a bit faster because Feral Flare is an actual damage item compared to Spirit of the Lizard Elder, at least for him. But he always, if you let him get out of control, farm all day, he will tear you to pieces. He only really needed rid of the Rune King and like Static Shiv or something. There's some Korean Diamond 1 and Challenger players that came onto Reddit a few days ago talking about how Master Yi hype is stupid because he's always been powerful anyways. And I agree with them because to be honest, it'd be really stupid if Master Yi was nerfed because of Feral Flare, because, you know, Master Yi was always pretty much like that. It's just, the reason you never saw him is because, like I already mentioned, he doesn't do anything aside from damage. He's that kind of selfish kind of character. Nocturne, on the other hand, you see me. I'm contributing to my team, still farming. I have my damage, and I'm relatively safe thanks to the spell shield as long as I use it correctly. And if things went sour, I could have just stopped building Blade of the Ruined King and got myself a Randuin's Omen a lot earlier and been, you know, pretty badass that way. But yeah, it's just, it really does seem like a fair item. Perhaps increase its transformation requirement by like 5. Or, you know, make it not infinitely scale. I already mentioned that in the Jax video. Here, you know, I dive after Lee Sin because my Morgana got jumped on my Boo. I tried to save her, but she died before I could. But still, we got a kill on Lee Sin, and we're now able to push. Tryndamere's still dead. It's like, grind this. I fear Blitzcrank before the tower dies, because I know, like, he's gonna pretty much be killed as a result of this. So, boom, easy kill. And after that, I put down the ward and we retreat. I have that right bro fist thing. It's a cool little ward, I think. It's vanity. I like them codes. Lee Sin, I don't even know how Nidalee died, but either way, Lee Sin comes in chasing after Teemo and dies as a result as well. It is pretty stompish, but I needed a video that was fast. People wanted to see because Feral Flare Nocturne. The other Feral Flare Nocturne games are going to be like, one of them was like 55 minutes long. I don't even know why the games are taking so long. Maybe it is the Feral Flare and everybody's just farming forever. But either way, I took this video because I could use it to explain more of my thoughts on Feral Flare and promote the article, and also showcase a kind of carry Nocturne with Feral Flare and Blade of the Rune King. It's so sexy. Here, like, once again, I just initiated on the enemy carry and Lee Sin. Randuin's Blade of the Rune King, Feral Flare, they fucking had no chance. And with that, the game is pretty much over. They can't really stop us. Nidalee's going to be taken down. The next towers are going to be taken down. Flare needs maybe a tweak and some alterations to its infinite scaling, but I think it's fair. I just think it's toxic in solo queue, and you gotta be really reasonable when you come to nerfing. And I understand why Riot's delaying it. Yay, Nocturne!